Hey everyone, it's Lachlan here for your first Minidisc update for 2025. So we're going to start making these videos where we're going to show you some of the new stuff that's coming in the store, give you some quick takes. So let's go. So first cab off the rank is the new Dan Clark Audio Aeon Noire X. So this is sort of a follow-up to the very popular Dan Clark Aeon Noire. It incorporates the metamaterial waveguide that's found in the higher end E3 and the Stealth. So I quite like the tuning of the Noire X. Compared to the other Dan Clark closebacks, this has more of a broad lift through the upper vocal range. So it tends to emphasize female vocals. If you have listened to Audio-Technica headphones or Fostex headphones, it's got a little bit of that character while still remaining quite neutral. One of the best new things about the Noire X is that Dan Clark now offers a cheaper standard 4.4 balanced cable. So you don't have to go all the way to the Vivo cable to get a 4.4 balanced cable for your headphone. We generally recommend using a balanced cable with the Noire X if your amplifier does support 4.4 balance, just because the Noire X requires quite a lot of power to drive. It's very low sensitivity, so we recommend more power when you can. So because the Noire X is a slightly bright headphone, it can sound a bit harsh and peaky with some high energy tracks. It's definitely not as bright as using the original Noire with no filter at all, but it's not as smooth as the E3 or the Stealth. So that's one thing you gotta watch out for, but personally, I really like the tuning of this headphone. So next up is the HiBy R6 Pro Max, which sits on top of the HiBy R6 Pro. Now the R6 Pro is a really great player, Class A amplifier, very low noise floor, really lovely tuning for IEMs. But the number one complaint I guess people would have about the R6 Pro is that for its size, it's actually got relatively low output power compared to some of the other players on the market. Well, HiBy has followed up with the R6 Pro Max, which offers a huge increase in output power, but you will note it also comes with a very large increase in device thickness. So I don't think that this one will replace the R6 Pro Max. They'll just sit alongside each other depending on, your tolerance for having a chonky media player. Speaking of chonky, here's the new iBasso DX340. So this is the new chonky and shiny flagship from iBasso. It features the new design language from the DX180 and the DX260, so we're going with sharper edges. We've still got the same removable back panel, so the user can replace the battery themselves, which is a very nice feature. Like the other iBasso flagships, it has a switchable amp card system, and new for the DX340 is the ability for AC input. So for desktop situations, you can get an increase in output power. So last but not least, we've got two special guests in the store this week. Number one is the Sierra from Auribus Acoustics. Now, Juan from Auribus Acoustics came all the way from the United States, dropped off this sample unit for us. We haven't decided if we're going to be ranging this, but please come into the store, have a listen, let us know what you think. I'm quite a big fan of the sound of this headphone. So the other special guest is a hybrid in-ear monitor. This is a prototype unit from Prisma. And Prisma is a local IEM manufacturer. Josh dropped off this sample unit and he wants to gather some feedback about the tuning. So please come in. This is not the final sort of sound or design, but definitely we'd love to help out the local scene by gathering some feedback about this sound. So that's it for our first weekly update for 2025. From the whole team at Minidisc, we hope you have a great start to the year and we'll see you next time.